Send the dead back. Huh, yeah, well, that sure did end with quite the manic mayhem chaos. Holy cow. If you have not watched this show, go watch it. It is very good. I do feel that we got a bit tricked. We got a bit lied to. We got pushed down a road that we thought we were going to one place and we went to another. So I'm a little, I don't know. I feel a little cheated. I kind of feel like the writers cheated with how this ended, but it was still awesome. It's mysterious. There's gore. There's a bit of emotion with it. So yeah, definitely give it a try. What, 12 episodes? Worth your time. Worth your time. We're gonna do spoilers because I'm gonna talk about the last 3 episodes. I've done videos, I think, on 1 through 3 first, and then 4 through 9. So today we're going to talk about 10 through 12 and kind of wrap up this series. So, episode 10 starts with the tape recording. Remember, it got all ripped up when they were trying to hide in that the old school? Well, we learn that the guy narrating this thing, the former student, got in the fight with that kid, got impaled, didn't get in trouble, went back out, and his body was gone. And nobody knew the kid either that he had accidentally killed. He was the dead one. The calamity stopped because he killed the dead. Send the dead back. So that's how we do it, right? We find that out. So we just really have to find out who the dead one is. Which, how in the world do you know? And I think I mentioned in my last video, I was still thinking it was the girl, the leader of, and I can never remember her title. Containment? Is that what it is? Something with a C, what she's in charge of. I started getting more and more the feeling that it was her. Of course, then as we get towards the end of all the episodes, I'm starting to think it's back to Misaki. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But we learn about May's sister, and then the person, was it her sister who dies in April? Man, there's so much I need to go back and watch. My mind's just all over the place with the information we got at the end of this one. But we learn that the deaths start in April, not May. Um, Everybody think it's May because when Koichi comes, that's when stuff really picks up. But it wasn't. It was April. So they figure the extra student was already in the class. And then we learn more about May's eye, which she mentioned something way back when about how it can see what shouldn't be seen. And then now we learn that she can see the color of death. She can, because they're in the room. And this is so good. This show does this so well. Building tension with music, the sound effects, because during this time the storm is coming, and she's telling him out in her voice too. She just talks like this, and then my eye, it goes around, and you can see the color of death. I don't see the color. The lightning striking. I've started listening with headphones on, and holy cow, you're just like, oh man, geez, don't do that to me. And then it goes a little further, and then boom, the knocking on the door, and you're just like, stop it, show. I'm gonna take my headphones off. This is crazy. It was awesome. So he busts in there, the other dude, and he's like, I think I may have effed up. And I can't remember if we get the cut to the kid or the hand laying down on the balcony, but he pushed him off a balcony. People start freaking about who's dead because it gets out. I guess not to this kid, but other people later on find out that it gets out that kill the dead person. Who's the dead person? Um, Let me keep going here because I think before we get to the frenzy, there's the fire in the dining room. Oh man, there's so much going on. The boy gets pushed off the balcony. We go downstairs. We see the boy crawl. That hand shoots out. Ba-doom! Again. Stop it, show. He talks about the fire in the dining room. We go in there. We do this. See the dude just skewered all over the place. They're looking through the grounds, into all the rooms. People are missing. The tape recorder is missing, and then the girl, Takako, the cute girl she had the glasses, right? The half glasses. She goes nuts. She says, May, her eye. She's like, I remember her before she had 2 eyes, and then when she was reborn, she was incomplete. It's like, what? No, really? No. And you start to worry during all this time, is it really May? Please don't be May. The frenzy starts. There's that these deaths, some of these deaths are just I laughed out loud. Or at least my jaw dropped open and they weren't taken so seriously. I was just like, holy crap. The girl who opens the door to the dining room and it's just like kaboom, and her charred body is just up against the wall, just badoom. You're like, holy cow. The show is awesome. Then they're on the stairwell, and Takako, she sneaks up behind Koichi and gets him stabbed, fighting with Mei, gets tangled up in the cords, and then falls and gets herself hanged. You're just like, and some of the visuals, not always with all the deaths, but some of them are just like, oh man, that is freaky. And she's hanging there with eyes bulging and like the drool coming out of her mouth. Even the few times we come back to her and she's still got the drool, just like, it's like, ooh, good job, guys. And then May starts walking up the steps and he's like, oh wait, what am I? And then the beam collapses, and you just see her body just. Uh, some of those things I just kind of giggled at because I'm just like, oh, geez, okay. Um, chapter 12, episode 12. More funny deaths. We see those group of kids coming down the stairs. Chandelier, boom. The one kid crawls out and gets out, and then that pillar just goes with no warning. He's just like, I laughed. I laughed. Everyone's getting killed. The balcony boy comes back. There's he goes in there, goes in the room, and what's her face saves Koichi, and then the teacher stops her from killing the other boy. Then we get the fight. What is her name? Did I write her name? Okasawa. Okasawa, the leader girl. And now I'm still wondering, is it Mei or is it Okasawa? What's going on here? Um, do we get no? That's later on. The fight with the girls, the short one, and that lightning strike. Again, headphones. That lightning strike, and when everything clears and she's got just glass, impaled by all the glass. And then we have the vision of them way back when, throwing the soda can. That's when they met a year and a half ago. And what was it? He said he remembered, right? Yeah. He said he remembered. I think she said you're supposed to say you didn't remember, or he didn't remember. I forget now. Something about it still made me think that maybe she thought she was the ghost. I don't know. Anywho, it doesn't matter because he gets out the phone. He calls Misaki and he's like, "Where are you? I'm in the backyard." "Don't come. You'll regret it." Of course, you're going to go. You, me, anybody. We would all go out there. And we see his aunt, who is, I didn't write down her name. And this is where the show makes me angry. His aunt is the woman who is the assistant homeroom teacher. And that's where May explains, it was all the chairs were right. The students were fine. It was the faculty room. Really? Show? The faculty room has an extra chair, and that's what counts as screwing up or starting the calamity. Hmm. That it should have been one of the kids. Why couldn't it be one of the kids? It seems so like a cop out. It's like, haha, I got you. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with anybody we were giving you all this information on. It was this person over here. Now, if I go back and I watch probably the first few episodes, there's probably tons of hints about the aunt. I remember early on where he asked her a question about something and she got this headache and didn't want to talk about it. I thought, well, that's kind of weird. But then, of course, the relationship with his mom and all that stuff. I don't know. I never really thought more about that, but I remember at the time thinking that was odd. But yeah, it's his aunt. And I just got to mention the music again when they're out there, and he's got the pickaxe raised, and it's just that solo cello, just that. I was like, oh, this is so good. There's nothing else going on, just that cello, and then it cuts to silence as soon as the pickaxe comes down. Why does he say goodbye, mother? Is that something I don't remember from way back when? Or did he feel like his aunt was his only connection to his mom? Because he's talking about his aunt, and then when it cuts to black, he says, goodbye, mother. And I was thinking, oh no, don't do this to me. Was she his mom? So it must have been something I don't remember from way back when. Um, so yeah, there we go. We get the end, two of them together. And the last thing at the end, which I don't understand, I understood why the first guy did it, why he hid the cassette. Didn't he say because he was scared that he would be accused of killing that kid? Just in case he was wrong, he wasn't really a ghost or what's going on, but somebody will find it later and I can't be held accountable. But these kids, they hide the disc. Are they afraid of being held accountable? I mean, wouldn't they be suspects anyway? The cops, ambulance come up to that lodge and they find everything. They're all going to be questioned. So why are you hiding it? Again, just leave it out there, mate. Listen, here's the instructions. There's going to be a ghost that shows up in your class. Kill him. And that sounds like the start of a whole new show. It's like the ghost in my class. And then every season they have to figure out, it's like a detective show. Figure out who it is and kill him in the end. Yeah, so pretty awesome. Pretty awesome show. Little let down by the ending. Feel tricked, but everything felt awesome in this. Part of me wants to go back and watch the beginning to pick up on all the little hints with everything. But yeah, once the gore started in episode 3, yeah, this was really, really good. I just gotta say again, I'm a big music fan, and the music at times it's if you went and like listen to a soundtrack, it would be all over the place with like electric guitars and da 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 da. Like when the whole frenzy starts and there are people killing each other all over the place, getting crushed by things, stabbed in the back. And when is it the woman with the butcher knife? The two kids are kind of hanging out the window. It was full on like electric guitar and just no 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 no. I'm just like, okay, it makes it kind of sound silly. And like I said, I was laughing, but it was just like, okay, this is just frenetic. It's craziness. So why not? Why not? Crazy music. But again, the other times they really get the tension right, the sound or lack thereof. And man, when those lightning strikes hit, yo, jeez, scared me. Knock on the door, boom, and those were pretty quick together too. It was just one after another. You're like ah, and then the one with during the fight where it blows out the windows. That was just awesome, awesome stuff. So yeah, I'm not gonna linger on anymore here. I think it was great. Leave a comment down below. Did you feel cheated by the end? Does that kind of sting you? Does it knock a point off your final score? I still say it was great. I would just warn people, be prepared. The ending might make you a little upset. But anywho, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Recommendations, I always love recommendations. Let me know what I should watch next, and I will catch you next time.